Hi guys, and welcome to another Mr. Vapor review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Eshisha Club Stella. So the Eshisha Club Stella is a rechargeable Eshisha pen, which is slightly different to the ones I've reviewed so far in the fact that rather than having screw-in flavour cartridges, it features a see-through atomizer which you pour e-liquid into. So e-liquid is what's already inside other disposable Eshisha pens, and it's available all over the internet on sites like Amazon, eBay, Eshisha Club and various other places. So this Eshisha pen consists of 3 parts which you can disassemble and need to disassemble in order to use the product. So first off, you can unscrew this part here, which is the battery. So the battery is just this decorated cylinder, and at the top here you have the operation button. That's what I'm going to call it. It's basically the button that allows you to lock, unlock and activate the battery in order to vaporize the liquid. So we'll put that there. The next and possibly most important part of the Eshisha product is this part here, which is the atomizer, and it also includes the removable mouthpiece. So the atomizer is effectively a small chamber containing a wick and a heating coil. So you will take a bottle of e-liquid, which looks like this, and you will pour it inside the atomizer. The liquid will then soak into the wick, which is a little translucent thread you can see there, and the coil inside, which you can't see, will then heat up the thread and vaporize the liquid. So the first thing you want to do when you buy this product is charge the battery. So to charge the battery, you get this charger here, which is a small USB one, as you can see, and inside it, it's just a kind of little circle contact. So is what you just need to do is get the Eshisha battery, which looks like that on the inside, and simply screw them together as if you were screwing it into the atomizer. So once you've done that, you can simply plug it into any type of USB port, and this little LED here will glow red when it's charging and green when it's finished charging. So once you've charged the battery, the next thing you need to do, of course, is fill the atomizer. So inside the atomizer, you will see a small hole in the middle. So that is the bit you do not want to get liquid in. That goes all the way down to the battery, and it's for airflow, so you can suck air through the atomizer. So if you get liquid in there, then it will leak out the bottom, which you don't want to happen. So when you're refilling the atomizer, you'll simply take the lid off the liquid, and you will notice that there's a little kind of precise, I'm not sure what you call that, but a little squirter thing to get the liquid in. So as what you will then do is you will put the spout down the side of the column of the atomizer, so not just dropping it in down the hole, but dropping it down sideways, so it runs down the inside of the atomizer into the liquid vaporizing area. So I'm not going to fill up this atomizer, because once you've filled it up, before you can begin vaping, you need to leave the liquid to soak in for at least 5 minutes. So instead, I'm going to get an atomizer which I filled up earlier. So this is a slightly different colour and shape atomizer, but it is exactly the same concept. So the first thing you want to do is simply screw the atomizer onto the battery, which I need to do quite carefully because I filled it up. Crucial that you don't screw it in too tight, because that will cause a burnt taste when you start using the Eshisha pen. Next, you just need to screw the mouthpiece in like so to make sure that the liquid can't come out. Excuse my camera arrangement. I'm going to have to use my shirt to get that on. There we go. So the Eshisha pen is now set up and ready to go. But before I show the vape test, I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. Feel free to skip this bit if you'd rather just go straight to the vaping. So it's a really nice product. It's about £12.95 on the Eshisha Club website, which I think is quite a good deal. It's a little bit more than the cheaper market Ego C4, C5s, but I personally think it's worth the money because the battery is higher quality, the atomizer is higher quality, and the whole thing should last longer and provide a better experience. There are, I believe, about 33 different flavours of e-liquid available on the Eshisha Club website, which range from 0 to 18 milligrams of nicotine content. Visually, it's quite a nice thing to look at. It's not too big. I'm trying to find a good size comparison. There's a pen here, let's use that. So in comparison to a pen, it is pretty much the same length and slightly thicker. It has a nice little weight to it, which is nice when you're holding it, and the mouthpiece is a good shape for usage. Operation wise, it takes a little bit more getting used to than other Eshisha products, but once you've charged the battery, properly filled the atomizer, relatively simple. You just screw the things together and then you have the button here. So pressing the button 5 times within 2 seconds will lock and unlock the battery. So at the moment I believe it's unlocked. So if I press it 5 times quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll see it flashes, because what that means is that the battery is locked. So now you'll observe that if I hold down the button, no light comes on, nothing happens, and if I were to inhale now, nothing would happen. I'd get no vapor. So that's kind of like a safety lock, so that I know if you have children and you don't want them picking it up and using it, then that's the kind of thing that's used for, I believe. So pressing it 5 times again will unlock it. So now when I hold the button down, it will glow, and don't know if you heard that, but it starts the vaporizing process. So the product comes in a nice little cardboard box which contains 1 sample bottle of e-liquid and all the 3 parts, and the bottles of e-liquid would normally come in a little cardboard box like this when you buy them individually. You can get 20 milliliter bottles and 10 milliliter bottles, so that's a 20 and a 10 next to each other. There's not a huge amount in it, but it does seem like there's a lot more when you're refilling it. So the atomizer can hold, I don't know if you can see, but there's a scale there of how much it can hold, 0.2 to 1.6 milliliters of liquid. Because of the amount that it can hold, if you decide to fill it up full each time to 1.6, then you'll get approximately 6 1/4 refills out of a 10 milliliter bottle and approximately 12 1/2 refills from a 20 milliliter bottle. It's hard to say exactly how many puffs you get out of that, how long it lasts. All I can say is that in my opinion, it's very good value for money to get 6 1/4 refills out of a $3.99 bottle of liquid. It will last you long enough. I'd say you get between 50 and 100 puffs on a full atomizer, but that's just my guess, so it could be a lot more or a lot less, who knows. Don't take my word for it. Okay, right, so it's now time for the vapor test. Okay, so now it's time for the vapor test. Before I start, I just want to say one thing to alleviate any possible confusion. If you buy a Stella now, this isn't what you'll get, because this is actually the new atomizer and the new battery, which hasn't been released yet, that I got early. So it's the same product, but if you buy a Stella now, you'll get one that looks like this with the single colour battery and the slightly bigger see-through atomizer. But in about a month or so, the new version, this one, will be coming out. But it's the same product, and that battery has just decided to run out, despite the fact I thought it was charged. So I'm going to use this one to demonstrate. But once you've unlocked the battery, filled up the atomizer, you simply hold down this button here and inhale, like so. So it's a really, really good Eshisha pen. It tastes fantastic. As you can see, it produces a lot of vapor and it just works really well. So you just hold the button down all the time you're inhaling. I'm using blueberry flavour at the moment, which is the flavour I believe it comes with when you buy the starter kit, and it's a really nice flavour. It's really sweet. And with the Stella, unlike other products I've reviewed and disposable ones, you get more kind of sensation, you get more warmth in your throat, and you feel the vapor a bit more because it's fresh e-liquid just put in and freshly vaporized, rather than disposable ones which have built-in atomizers and vaporizers and the liquid sits there for ages. But this is fresh liquid out of a sealed bottle, so the taste is really good. That was my failed attempt to do smoke rings, but you get the picture. So yeah, this is the Eshisha Club Stella. If you have any questions about it at all, then feel free to drop a comment or send me a message and I will get back to you about that. They're all available now on the Eshisha Club website, so you can buy the Stella, which looks like this. You can buy the Stella Core, the Stella Go and the Stella Luna. They all have the same atomizer and the same mouthpiece. The only difference is the battery. So you can get a medium, large and small battery basically. So this one is meant to provide 600 puffs when it's fully charged, whereas the Go and the Luna provide 300 puffs or something like that because they're smaller. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you next time, guys.